Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the moment. I just have to wait for my cat to come in. Oh. I haven't spoken a word, have I? So, what does it say about this channel? What does it say? Welcome to TikTok Live. Have fun interacting with your viewers in real time. Creators must be 18 or older to go live. So they wrote live, okay? And I'm not going to look at that word. That word is like, it's just, it's Live. Right? So that is 504. So they're telling you about 2520. They're telling you about 2016. Okay. 5 times 504. 4 times 504. Okay, so see this word over here? So I'm not sure if you can see it. If you bring the welcome to TikTok, like when you come back in, it says welcome to TikTok. And then it says Numerique collective knowledge, right? The now of the soul, the communication, right? Passing through the hexes. The O letter is going to be an association of 3. 3 times 5. The average of everything in your alphabet is base 5. Let me just go back and do this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I shouldn't have said what I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so what it is it's see what it is the 9 area spaces of the basic 26 letters in the alphabet, right? Seems like, is it possible for people to hear me talking upstairs when I can barely hear myself out of my hat? So let me just go back to the bottom over here. So what it is if I want to go to the 26 letters of the alphabet, right? So when you go from 1 to 9 in the alphabet, or 1 to 9 in numbers, the average is 5. 45 divided by 9. This equals to 351 divided by 26. See this 5? See the 12? 1, 2 is a half area space. You can't get anywhere else. 1, there's only 1. There's only 1, 2. Stops. After that, it's the position connect. Leo. You know, if you go 5, 11, would it be this one? Where's 11? 11 is 9 and 2. That's your 11. There's no whole 11. Now, if you had to move into 11, I would need another cube. It would be 6 and 6, and 11 would be in your next cube. Every 6. You know what's about this cube? Is if this cube was traveling and it was a train, imagine if this was a train, right? There's only 4 sides. You can't. You're going to count the floor and the roof and the 4 walls? The thing is, if you do it numerically, you do it this way, and then you turn it this way, and then you turn it this way. That's 3 ways. Now it flips completely up the other way now. Do you follow me? 1, 2, 3. The other side is 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. The other side, 1, 3, 5. Now, with this 1, 3, 5, let me show you something. I don't know. I think this one lets me do that, right? How's everybody doing? We're only one, eh? We're only one. Do you know what I do? Who's here? Who's here right now? Do you know what I do on this page? All right. Just going to wait for a couple more people to show up. I'm going to finish with this in a minute. Do you have any questions? Do you know what I do on this page? What is that? You're thirsty? Are you going to scratch your back? Here, come, let's fix that. Come, let's go. Come, let's fix that. Come. Work. When does it equate miles to kilometers when the point zero is zero to each one? I don't want approximately. Um, so that'll be 10,000. So 1,000, at 100,000. So it has to be 100,000. What if it's 99? 62.137 times 99. Okay, I'm going to stop doing this. Okay, I'm going to do this. 1, 3, 1, 3, 7, and 9. This equals to 4. This equals to 16. And 4 equals to 20. 2, 4, 6, and 8 equals to 6 equals to 14, and 6 equals to 20. And then, well, and then we have the 5. Just a few things I thought were like funny is that when you go 1, 3, 7, and 9, and the thing is about the 7 is that these are two air signs and these are two fire. You can see that the fire signs are going this way, but the air sign goes this way. That the air to water, right here, we have earth and water, and here we have earth, earth, and here we have water, water. Well, here is what is the first two, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's the way I did it, right? Why did I skip over the 5? Because the 5 is being shared. These are 2 to the lower house, 2 to the upper house, 2 to the lower house, 2 to the upper house. So I left out 5. You take a look, it's 2020. And now we're in 2025, right? For the 5. But the 5 inverts, right? Anyways, besides that, what else is here? Do you see something? Do you see the 4 and the 6? 1.5 times the difference. Do you notice the 14 is here, the 4 is here, the 16 is here, the 6 is here, yet they still seem to work out? Isn't that cool? The number here, okay, and the number here mathematically. You know, last year I heard that they were talking a lot about 7 6. Well, the 6 months ago, the Hebrew New Year was the year 5786. So if you take a look at what 5786 is 5 and 8 is 13, 7 and 6 is 13. It's a 26 year in the Hebrew year, right? 5 times 7 times 8 times 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 26. 5, 6, 7, 8. 56 times 6 is 336 times 5. 336 times 5. So that's 180 and 180 and is that 1680? 5 times 6 times 7 times 8, 1680. You know what's funny about 1680 is that there's 168 hours in a week. It's pretty cool, no? It's also that Abraham 44, also teen Abraham. You know, Abraham is when you start 2, right? And you count 2 all the way to 9, it equals to 44. So Abraham starts with the Mars moon. Everything I complete with Abraham, everything keeps coming up with Mars 4 by 4, Mars Ram Tough, Mars Fire, Mars Abraham. I just keep coming up with it over and over and over. I'm only telling you a numeric story. The only truth that's in here is the calculations, the mathematics. The artwork is not made up. It's not art. What you see in the background is not art. It's a story. That's what I tell you. The brick and mortar, High 52. You cross here and you cross here, you draw the line, the I and the H, the brick here and the brick here, right? Holding up the brick, standing on the brick, standing on another. It also shows what is the H and the I is 8 and 9. You can say the heaven's birth. You can go 8 by 9. The thing about 8 and 9, where does it come from? 9 times 9 equals to 81. 9 plus 9 equals to 18. There are other anomalies like this. There's the ABC anomaly. 1 times 2 times 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6 equals to 6. There's the 22 anomaly. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals to 4 equals to 4. How about the 64-bit that rotate within each other? So how does the 4 rotate inside of each other? It's to be discussed to the understanding of the reality of A, B, C. A, B, C, D to the ring side holding on to 2 poles. You see, when it's holding on to a point, right? When you're holding on to a point, or if I show it to you this way, you run the top part of the T point is above and not in the zone. The reason why my other design counts 1, 3, 5 this way, and I put the points touching, is because watch what happens. When I put my pen here, these 2 areas that split the 1 area creates 2. 1, and now I got 2 because I touch here and here. Then I'll touch here, here, and here, and here. So here's 2 areas. Now I move it to 3 areas. You see, when I move the pen here, I split it, right, between here and here. This is what happens when I count 1, 2. When I count 1, when I count 1, 2, this pen going through here splits this area into 2 position. When I get to 3, this area has already been split. That's why I go 1, 3, and I'm going to do it this way: 1, 3, 5, and then I can go 1, 3, 5, and then I'm going to continue on, right, to the next cube. I should do it this way, right? So we're going to go 1, 3, 5, and then 7's going to be here. You see this? So over here on this space over here, see, this is going to be 1. This is going to be 3. This is going to be 5. See this here? 2 is going to overlap these 2 and lock them together as the chain. 4 will lock these 2, and 6 will connect your next cube. You'll have 6 and 6, 12. But you don't have 13 yet. Do you follow what I'm saying? Good evening. I'm open for questions. I'm not doing a big whole hurrah tonight for myself, and I can do it tomorrow. I upload most of my videos. In fact, I upload all my videos. But I'd rather have some participation at this time of night for myself. Is this a green screen? Yes, it's a green screen. Yeah, it is a green screen. Whoop. Whoop. I'm just trying to see. Somehow this is okay. But that's not a green screen. Okay, so if there's no questions, we're going to take this and we're going to say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and good night. We are going to take the Jackson 5 and we're going to sleep on it for the night. I'll be up in the morning. If there's any questions, I will remain for questions. If you'd like to know what I do, I will re explain partly of what I do. Many others say in their own words differently. So, when the numbers come out, they start to speak. I always wonder what the numbers would say. When I began to understand how all the numbers worked, it began to tell me a story of its own. The sun is a 3 letter word, the moon is a 4 letter word. 3 works inside the house, ABC, ABD, ACD, BCD, connecting to FGHI, FGH, FGI, FHI, GHI, connecting Leo into the power station of 137 and 9, 1 and 9 fire, 3 and 7 air, 2 and 8, what is earth water mixture, to 4 and 6 earth water mixture. So I know the moons were in control, powering up the sun, holding on and understanding. I'm still learning a little bit about Cyrus and Polaris. See, Phobos and Deimos, these are the moons of Mars. Look what they're doing. Maybe we should swing that, skip the rope. What's happening? Why are we not fully connected? Is it just spinning fast enough around that every so many seconds, parts of a second, that there's a cut, an interference, and then we can't, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so when you listen to the purple rain, the lightning is 12 and 4, it tells me it connects 4 boards together. Purple is 88, window is 88. It describes the same thing. Lightning. Can you see the way that lightning is like holding up the world, eh? So lightning says light 10-9, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Who are they? Who gave them their names? Even themselves, who gave them their names, not knowingly that within their name is also another story. That within this game, within this page, on this page, it's a game theory. Anything that's connected will tell a story to that reality that is going on. It will be that truth. It will be that story, its own story. Has the story ever been told? Sure, it has, with the name itself. Who gave the name of Phobos to Mars? Moons. Who mentioned Polaris? Here's the stories. Is it matter and energy? Is it Mars and Earth? Is it the 13th letter? Or is it the 5th letter? These two are both the orange ball and pool. 616 equals to 13, 212 equals to 5. 212 equals to 5. 313 equals to 7. 21, 12, 21. From the numbers of the soul, 21, 12, 21. See, no matter what you do, you can't deny the reality. This is the soul. This is the soul. It's the power station. It's the IT system of the alchemy, or in short, where they run the flux capacitor. ITALY, Italy, flux capacitor, down by the Vatican. They run these generator systems. 1278. 1278. The singularity. Okay, sometimes I lose my place, so I'm going to just do this for this minute. What happens? Did I do this right? Is these cubes have a singularity. The 1 and 8 doesn't happen again. You see the center? See the center area, the 5 area? There's only one of them. When I take off just one of these, you see 8. If I take off 2 of these, you see 7. After that, everything is duality. When I take off 3, there are 6 left. If I take off 6, there are 3. Although there are different sets. You know, I can take off a whole lot of different 6s, but we're not going to talk about that right now. If I take off 3, there are 6. If I take off 6, there are 3. If I take off 6, there are 3. If I take off 6, there are 3. If I take off 4, there are 5. If I take off 5, there are 4. 5, there are 4. Doesn't matter which way it is. 5, there are 4. So if I take off 5, there are 4. 4, there are 5. Left over. Just so happens that is duality. But it only happens once for the 1 and the 2 and the 7 and the 8. This is where the moons come in. It takes a 4x2, 4 plus 2 crisscross over. We run the fire by 4, the element signs. 1 plus 4 is 5, fire, fire, and plus 5. I get 4 again, the 3 elements of fire, 4, 4, 4. We go from 2 earth to earth, 2 over to 6, count 4. We go 4 over to 8, count 4, water, water. But guess what? The air is different. It goes the opposite way. Our first connect this way to our first 10 is 3 and 7 connect. That's our first 10 connect. Our first jump of 4 is into 5. That's a 6. Our first jump of 2 into Virgo. That's an 8. C6, 8. Our first jump over here into water, that's a 12. But our first jump of 10, right? Over here, we jump over here because I jumped 4. That's our first connect. That's our air connect. Look at that. The lower house, the upper house, connecting together. 1 between 2 equals to 3, 1 and 2 in singularity, but they play themselves inside of 3. No need to be there again, but when they do show up, Here they are. Two doors. Door splits here. I saw them open. Look at that. Disrupt. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What is it? But anyways, you got 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Two doors. 8 and 8 is 16. 88 constellations. I don't know. But what if I just said, or somebody came up to you, like, remember, you can't be that smart. Don't think that you're whatever age you are. You're 20 and under right now. The only way to figure this out is you have to be 20 and under. You can't, no corruption from the schooling. Right? No corruption. Unless you're looking another way, then it's not corruption anywhere. The schooling becomes a tool to you, just like the TV and news become tools to me. Right? I know the algorithms, I see them out there. Seattle was already an algorithm I already saw coming. How did I know? The Kraken. They brought a Kraken rum. They brought another Kraken, and all of a sudden a hockey team in a place where the Kingdom was. Then they brought one to the Knights in Las Vegas for the last tribulation of the tabulation of all the systems, where they knocked down lakes and all kinds of stuff to be able to build up that system, right? To run the system out of the numbers. Las Vegas, LV. You know, L and V, did you see what it does in Warner Brothers? Right? It creates a W, the L for the soul and the V for the life, the 22. For the 22 1/4 parts of the 88 for the constellations of the fools of who we are. It has nothing to do with those words. It's the F and L letter is the 6th and the 12th, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. 6 times 6 times 6 when they come all together. You know, imagine 3 balls, you're playing with them in your hand, right? Like that. And each ball has, I mean, I'm not going to do what the cubic number of each ball is, but it equates to 14, 1404, 1458 each ball. 6 times 54 times 27. I think that's what the number was. Yes, so a 6 by 6 by 6 is 2160, also known as a hexahedron. The moon diameter is also 2160. You can use the 12 and the 6 to be 6 is what is 1/3, to 12 is 2/3, to what is 18. You can use the 12 o'clock to represent the soul, to represent the 1/3 of what is 20 seconds to a minute, or the 1/3 of what is 120 degrees to 360, right? Like 1/3 of the year for the feminine, 545454, right? Imagine the feminine, 545454, 162, the same numbers as 6 by 6 by 6, 108 times 2, 4 times 27, closing of the house. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8. Now I show you the 6 and 8 running through the 7th gate at the Vatican, the generators. Whether through word or through expression. Here are the doors. Here's one door of 8. Here's one door of 8. When you connect your first square, it's a 3 by 3 earth square. 3 by 3. This connect here. Your heart zone is on the white cross. Right? And this, because they're rectangular, I have to rethink a few things with this. Usually I can close or keep open my area space, but I'm not taking it into the numbers right now, because area space, hold on. The area space here is 3.5. The area space here is 5. The area space here is 6.5, The area space here is 5.5, 4.5. How do I figure it out? When I go from 1 to 7, 3 to 4, 1 to 6, 7, 3 to 4, 7, 2 to 5, 7. So what's the average? 3.5. Okay. 2 plus 1.5, 5 minus 1.5 is 3.5. Times 3 is 10.5. And 10.5 is the separation between 10 and 11. So when we hook this up, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8. The hours, oh, I didn't finish this. I don't remember where I wrote it. Oh, here it is. Equals 1706. Oh, that's perfect. Because that's about I believe the time should have been 1706. Right, 1706, 83, 83.5. So what it was, 1760 would be 80. Oh, it'd be 88. Yes, okay, that's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. So 5678 multiplied to 1680. There's 168 hours in a week. There's 26 letters in the alphabet. I'm going to show you this. 26 and 1680 is 1706. Is that correct? But if I went to 1760 or 176, 88 and 88 is 176 for the 88 constellations. The 9 by 9, 81, and a 9 and 9 is 18, is an anomaly because the 1 times 2 times 3 is 6, and the 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. The 2 times 2 is 4, and the 2 plus 2 is 4, so they don't happen very often. The thing with this is 1 times 8 equals 8, and 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 times 8. The thing about this is this does not happen at all, really. Doesn't happen. When you bring the 2 and the 1 together, these are the moons. The 1 between 2 equals the 3. Your energy comes from here. 81 minutes is 1 hour and 21 minutes. Also relative to St. 1111, which honors Saturn. Cribbage, Saturn. Cribbage, Saturn. Have you ever seen what 4 looks like? 2 times 2, 4. 2 plus 2, 4. Or how about 3 and 1, 4? How about 9 and 4, 13, 1 and 3, 4. 8 and 5, 13, 1 and 3, 4. 7 and 6, 13, 1 and 3, 4. In the spirit of 76, the 7th sign, the 7th moon links everything. So finish this, it's 9. I connect 9 boxes with this, and then here I connect 9 boxes. Now I ran my 11 and my 11. I hooked it up, 11, 11, 11, 11. I hooked up all my 11s. I hooked up the cube. When I finished this, I had used 7 out of 8 here and 7 out of 8 there, leaving 1 over here and 1 over here. You can call it your SIM card. If you read the word backwards, it's MIS. It means more or less like to make a wager, to put something down, to put a coin down, right? To make a connection. Cent. Right, we're going to talk about which part of the change in our pocket are we going to talk about the 99 cents. You need 4 pennies and a nickel. You absolutely need 4 pennies and a nickel. After that, I'm not sure for the 99 cents. So you use up 7 of 8. It's 1717, like 1771, to connect this system up. Look at your SIM card. The SI of your SIM, IM. The M is the connecting of 3, the V letter in Roman numeral to the 2 pillars on each side, say 4, 5, and 6. I know for a fact mathematically that the game of pool has 15 balls, and when you add up 1 to 15, it equals to 120. I also know when I observed the game of pool that these 15 balls, other than the cue ball, okay, there's also an 8 ball. So there's 7 balls below and there's 7 balls above. And I know the letters that connect to 7 is G, that connect to 1 is A. And A and G is silver, like the silver cord. But the numeric value for silver is 85. There's other numbers too we can discuss. But better off to satisfy your own mind rather than to listen to my words, what I can spill out. What is your mind inquiring to know? 1771, right from the Vatican, right to you. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 8 and 6. That's what I was looking for. That's this year. That's the dividing gate this year. The dividing 7th gate this year. In the Hebrew, right, 5786, which is 5876. Do you know what 5678 is? Right here. Tzolk'in calendar. 20. 7 and 13, 20. 260. 20 times 13 is 260. 7 times 13. Did I say 17? 13 times 20 is 260. The second half of the alphabet. The second half of the alphabet and the first half of the alphabet. There's 13 letters in each. In the first half of the alphabet, when you add up 1 to 13, it equals to 91. In the second half of the alphabet, right, when you start at 14, right, and you add up to 26, well, guess what? N14.5, Z26.8, and that's where the silver cord comes in. Why? Numeric value for silver is 85. What is below is 25. What is above is 85. Ironically, 7 times 4, 28 is what makes that cycle work, passing through the energies of the ocean of Leo Scorpio, because this Scorpio is because the energies are coming back to us. We power up our own moon and we power up our own sun by the virtue of the moons. I'm going to get back to this again. I just want to show you and go get my little, right? If I'm doing this, right, the primary to this is to understand the house of Bet. House of Bet, house of Vet, controlling the soul. Bet, Vet. You see this Bet? See the magnets in the ocean? See the moons? Power up the sun. 4-letter word. Halfway area space when you count. 3-letter word. Pisces, number 71, AG silver cord. 12 equals to 87. Counting 1 through 12 equals to 78. Communication inside the house. It's a CB code. It's the after the death before the Christ. And the new beginning has begun many years ago. 21, 12, 201. We have 201, 201 in the likes. 221, 12, very funny that that just all shows up just like that. It's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. Now we're at 203. Communication at 203. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 2 and 3. So now we leave the bottom basins of the numbers. 224. 224 was 112. That's 4 moons. Every time an Earth moon goes around, we have this moon going around and this moon going around. 28 and 28, 56, 84 for a cycle. 56 equals the wolf. 56 equals the flow, and the power flows with the wolf that howls. The energies. What is it about the wolf? I have to learn about the bear. I have to learn about the wolf. Very important, the fox as well. I need a little bit of water. You know, in French, they say loup-garou. And from an English point of view, right? From an English point of view, loup-garou. Lou or louer is to borrow or to rent. Loup-garou, it seems like when the wolf goes to the moon and howls at the moon for throwing out all kinds of um, different energies. As according to what I understand, is it needs to reserve and hold on to the incoming information through Atlantis and slow it down, transform it, move it over into the flower of life, slow it down through the vortex so that we don't receive it until necessary times when the bodies must accept or let more or less the game goes on tilt if it doesn't put it something that's living right now. So we're in a time period in this game where they must be able to read, okay, that memory. And this is where our lungs come in, our heart comes in. We need to read from it in this game. So this is Bet. Aleph Bet. They support Aleph. Bet supports Aleph, the house, the moons and the waters. Power up who we are. So if you want to talk about round or flat, right? What is the entire construct made out of? Ask yourself that question. What is the construct made out of? Right? My computer is square. My boards are this. How does everything move around? Would you rather something in a screwing, rolling motion? What would you like something to look like in order to make it move? What's the fastest something can move? Is it screwing? What is the propulsion that they're working on today? Is it magnets? Is it something that's pulling without, you know what I'm saying? We always have something that's in front of us as we go forward. What can we remove in front of us that will drag us with it? There's nothing magical in the universe, I'm going to tell you right now. Right now, the only universe we know is here with the periodic table we have. Weights and measures, Fahrenheit to Celsius. Fahrenheit movement of The Fahrenheit movement is a movement associated to 77 power source. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 8 and 6 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. The reason for this is when you go to Celsius, the movement of 9 in the cubic house is 5, 1 through 9 is 45, the average is 5, the average in 10 is 4.5, it's 9 times. And we don't do things 4 times or 5 times. It's 1 between 2 equals to 3, and then 1 time. The 4th time is what completes and remains home. If I wanted to remain home, I will move by threes. 1 will move by 3 to 4, over to 7, over to 10, back to 1 at 13, 16, 19. You see, in the void, check what's in the void here. 1, 4, 7, 10 in the void. So if we have tarot cards, let's look at this off of this. 10 in the void of tarot cards. And then 13 in tarot cards, 13. But if we came back to 10, it would be here. And then this would be 13. But 1 and 3 is 4. So now 13 is telling me about 4, but the association of 1, 3. And then 16 is telling me 1 and 6. Talking about 7, but yet 16. And then 19 is over here. And guess what? When I get to 19 over here, check this out. 7 and 12 is 19. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. The AC into the DC and the DC into the 7, 12, 19 on the other side of the equator, 18, 19. Let me do that again. So it's 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 to run this equator. So now that we did this, 19, 22, the full in Capricorn. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 10, Capricorn. 22, 25, 28, 31, 34, ding, 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 37. 2 air signs. When I come back to Aries, right, on the third string, the fourth time back to Aries, I connect 37 to air signs. 1 plus 12 is 13. Plus 12 is 25. Plus 12 is 37. 3 and 7 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So 4, right? When we go around, it becomes 16, then 28. Call it purple rain in Cancer. And then 40. 7 becomes 719. Then 31, go to jail in the 7th sign. And after 31, it becomes 43, and 43 is 7. Earth and Mars walk the plank, the pirates in the house. Watch out for Peter Pan as Tinker Bell is risen. And all the children fly out the window. Windows 10, Windows 11. Give me 1 minute. Oh. Oh. So we were talking about 7 and 8. So I showed you what happened is at the Vatican, there's 1 and 1 left over from each side. We used 7 of 8. That's your power source. Their singularity. The duality resides in 3, 4, 5, and 6, although it took 1 between 2 to create 3 between 3 and 4. Right? Remember, from this, we now have to go ahead and understand. I was looking at this here. The M letter is Roman numeral 1000. 1V1. If you're looking at the evil D, right? Well, this is it. This is your evil D. That's what it looks like. Okay, Farm Paula, Okay, if you ask me anything so I can or just align what you're finding hard to follow, I am really many times all over the place. So if you can hold my speed down, that would be really nice of you. In this over here, right? I've been looking at numbers or studying letters, right? For 22 years. The letter I was the first one that I began with. Then I started to look at objects. Why is it this name? Why is it that name? Why is A the first letter? Why is B the second letter? Why is Abba father? And yet, on the seventh day or on the sixth day, right, which is the seventh day, 6 7, right, we have Sabbath, Abba, inside of STH, the spirit heavens teacher. I'm scribing, if you want to look at it that way, right? I'm scribing. Do you want to say AB or do you want to go BA? What is first is last. What is first? Is it 21st? Is 21st last? Right? Because 11 is TH. So from here down to 1, right? It's 10 and up. It's 10. It's 10, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 10. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We don't count the 1. We don't count the 21. We just count the 20. Counting with 11. Did I get that right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes. And then I count it down. So I don't use 1 or 21. There's a shift inside of this, right? The number 10, okay, is the separation between the two. There's a separation at 105 and 105, two fire signs right over here. Now, yes, of course I'm going to lose you. I went on to many things. It's too far out. I shouldn't do it. I'm just going to do it real quick. I'll come back. The heart of this cube, right? And opposite sides are all sevens, 3 and 4, 7, 1 and 6, 7, 5 and 2, 7. With that understood, the halfway zone is 3.5. 3.5 by 3 is 10.5, meeting in between both sides. This is one thing. This is your AB. This is your BA. Okay, just let me go. So I was just fooling around with the word Sabbath. So if you go Sabbath, right, really we can take out this, right, which is equatable to 6. We're just going to use this. The thing is, when this comes together, it's first, right? And the reality is, when this comes together, it's really what's last, because the totality and the reality of this work I do ends on D, which is fourth. There's really nothing more than this. That's it. It's done. It's over. It's finished. The only reason I see the usage of all the rest of the numbers is to explain how everything is put together between the top 9 numbers, how they connect together, where they go for the connection. Otherwise, we don't need it. It works out even to the depths in its own mathematics through games. I'm talking about 444. Now we got 444 over here, and 6 comes up. 6 and 4, they balance together. It's the four corners, the four pillars, right? And they support two. Four pillars support two. It's the half life. 1.5 times four is 6. Mars in Saturn. You see, when you're talking about 3, 6, and 9, like we spoke before, it's one between two, and you begin with 3. So what happens when you are creating with the with the tetrahedron? You have no choice but to have the bottom side, and the bottom side creates the fourth side. So creating the fourth side, you automatically have a pirate placement between 3 and 4. That's one of them will be a bottom side. One of them will be a bottom side. No matter what, you're always going to have. Okay, I got to stop. I don't want to go to there. I want to finish with the Sabbath. Now, if you take a look at this, just put the letter I that's missing over here, and you have Sith. This is the return of the Sith. It's a signal testing system that we live in. It's a beta communication. It lasted until 1998. In 1998, it was pack-up time. Everything had to go back into position for reset in 2027, 2028. What is 2030 then? It's like a brick wall, right? You show the beginning, you show the end. Like when you buy a puzzle, you see the whole puzzle already. Well, why do the puzzle? So 2030 is 2-3 is communication. 2030, the two houses of 30, 30, 30, right? A, B, forget about this. Let's just do this. A, B equals to 3. B, C, like right, the C, you see that? Let's do this again. I don't like that color. A plus B equals to C3. C3 plus 2B equals to 5E. So here's your BCE communication network, Bell Canada Enterprises. 23.5 times 2 equals to 47, the numeric value for time, the numeric value for beast. Also, the letters G and D could equate to the 7 months of 31 days, could equate to the 4 months of 30 days. It could be 7 times 4 is 28. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 and 28 is 39. 11 minus 28 is 17. As 17, the Q letter known for queen. As 1 and 7, AG known for silver. 1 through 7 equals to 28. Now we have the cycle of the moon. We have 17. The reverse alphabet is 27. Therefore, 10 and 17 is 27. We have J for Jack, perhaps, and Queen. 25 for Jack, 62 for Queen, 87 power up. The Queen has 8 eyes. The Jack has 6 eyes. Something's going on. The power station is not set up with 6, but then again it is. The first connect in the first house is a 6-2 connect. The second thing about 7 and 4, the letters are G and D like in God. 7 minus 4 is 3, and the 2 air signs hook up in Gemini over to Libra. Another thing about 7 times 4, 7 plus 4, 28, and 11, 39, the letter C and I equals to 12 for 3 and 9, 12. So now we connect the soul, but we connect the alpha beta soul. 1 and 2 equals to 3. This is where the 3 reverse alphabet, 24x, and we have x, or what looks like sex, 324, or what is the multiplication of 18 by 18, or 3 by 24 for the 72-hour day that we must sleep after the 72 hours or we lose the connection. We run on a 6-day, 28-hour day compiled into 24 hours equaling to 168. It's the Mars system. Mars 5 and 1, 2 fire signs, holding 4, 3, 2 hostage between. The 3, 2, 4 in any direction is all the same. 4 by 3 by 2 is 24, plus 4, 3, 2 is 9, 33. A bird's eye view, the bird is 33. 3 by 3 bringing on the new breath. 3 plus 3, 6, and the extra point. What is that extra point? It's the A, bringing the soul within the spirit by the breath, the heart and lung association. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I. So what am I going to do at the beginning? I'm just going to use these three, and I'm going to use these three. These three will average here. These three will average here. This will average. And sorry, I shouldn't do it that way. Whoop, take that off. Take that off. This here will average 2, right? Did I get that right? Yeah. This will average 8. We get the 28 cycle, right? But the thing is 1/4 or 4 times, right? 4 times 2 is 8. What is 1/4? That's where we get these 7 days, 7 days, 7 day. So I'm going to just do this part. I want to do something a little different. Okay, the total of this is 6. The total of this is 24. 4 times 6 equals to 24. See the 4 and 6 come together? The 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 6 and 8. This is where the 7th gate splits in this equation over here. 7, 8, 9. In this equation over here, it looks like we crossed the bridge. In this equation over here, 4, 5, and 6 Saturn square. 4 times 5 times 6, we connect through the silver cord. We're only going to use 2 numbers. There's difference in changes between 3 numbers and 2 numbers. If I said this is an area position in the alphabet, each value here, okay, as the alphabet itself, not like numbers. The numbers end at 9. The alphabet ends at 26. Reverse is 27. Reverse alphabet is 10. Ends at 9, reverse is 10. Ends at 26, reverse is 27. The total is 37 between the two. So this is going to be 3 letters and a 4 to 1. You see, we can also put 1/4. We can also put 4 times. We can also look at 41. We can also look at 14. And that 14 is the same 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, to have 6 and 8, divide the 7th gate. This is where the ring comes in. This is where the ring comes in. Count. 9 plus 3 and 2 is 14. 4 plus 6 and 4 is 14. 11 plus 1 and 2 is 14. 2 and 4, right? And 5 and 3 is 14. Now I'm going to tell you something. Don't forget I'm on this side. I can see this side of the dice, but it's under me here. I don't have to see it. All the opposite sides are 7. I just have to look. It's just like this. You see this? The answer is right? But I'm using this number 7. I'm using this. Do you know what the answer is to 6 divided by 7? 6 divided by 7 equals to 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2. Look at that. Let's do that again. 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4. 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1. 5, 7, 1, 8, 4, 2, 7, 1, 8, 4, 2, 5, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2. So if you take this one here, if you take this one here and this one here, right? And you take this one here and this one here, and you take this one here and this one here, they all equal to 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And that's what 7 does for you. Anything divided by 7. And I said anything and everything after the decimal point, that's the answer. There is no 3, 6, and 9. And the algorithm of this is this. The algorithm of this is so I have to go ahead and line this. I have to make this nicer than what it is, and then line this up against perhaps the constellations. There's only 6 here. That's the most we can get on a hexagon. A cube is 6. Does anybody see what's going on here? I'll show you the actual piece. There's so many of them, you know. There's this here, but I don't want to do that one. I have it smaller, but I haven't finished it yet. It's been like 15 years I've been on it, you know. There's this one here, right? 57, 75, 40, 54, 74, 75, 1776. Spirit 76, it connects to Zodiac. Spirit is you. And this is Valentine's week. It's the 45th day of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are celebrating the face of the cube, right? The connecting soul into the spirit, right? You're not celebrating somebody else, right? But the reality is it's because of you coming here that you connect to the soul on the 45th day, right? 3 times 15, 9 times 5, 45. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 5, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 3 by 8, 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 24x, 15O, 6F, Fox, 45. 39 he, angels, in the 7th inning, when there are 18 and 21 outs. 39 total, were the lower house, where I didn't finish this piece yet. Can you understand this? I'm going to explain it. Can you understand it? A lot of people are coming out here and saying, how is it going to help me now? Now, 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 now. You played the whole season of sports. You come to the end of the season. Did you qualify? But you want to know now. But at the end of the season, you saw you won. You were the best. Were you the best on the team? You didn't win. You lost. Why did you lose? Were you prepared? If you don't know where you are, if you don't know what you're looking for, if you don't know what's in front of you, because you're blind, because what you want now is not what you want, because you wouldn't be here if you wanted that now. You want to empty out something now, knowing something either A, you didn't know before, or knowing something you didn't know before, knowing that you can replace something that you thought of that you didn't know before with something that you now know that you can believe because it's a mathematical equation of its own reality, in which you maybe perhaps synchronize, vibe to, in the reality is, hey, oh my God, 9 plus 3 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, 8 plus 4 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, 8 Scorpio, 4 Cancer, 2 waters, 9 fire plus 3 air is 12 Pisces. 6 and 6, double Virgo, 66. I got 2 Virgos, but I still got Pisces. I got a different numerical mathematical equation. What about 13? Is it 1 and 3? How about 8 and 5, 13? Scorpio, right? With Leo. What do you think about that? Or 7 and 6, 13? Right? Pisces and Libra. You know the 7th inning stretch? There's 39 outs. There's 39 outs. See that? 3 times that and 3 times that. That's your 39 outs. What is this 414? I got 4 here, don't I? I got 4 here, don't I? Well, there's 1 missing. Here, I got 3 here. And I got 3 here and 1. Well, there's other ones missing. Yeah, but they don't count. You know why? Because if I took this is a skeleton of its reality. But it's not the reality of the totality of the reality. Meaning you take 3 numbers, but these are the lowest. These are the highest. These are the lowest. These are the highest. I can also go you see this? You see the 1, 2, 3 over here? You see the 1, 2, 3 over here? You see this dice cube? No good. See this dice cube? That's good. Why? Look at that. 3 over 3. All right. See that over here? See 1, 2, 3? Well, it shouldn't be on here. It should be, well. See this 1, 2, 3 over here? The 1, 2, 3 over here. Right. 1, 2, 3 over here. 7, 8, 9 over here. So it's 3 in a row, right? But we can also use these 3 in a row. 7, 4, 1 and 9, 6, 3. So this is